I'm crazy.
No, I'm crazy.
Wait a minute.
Wait a
no,
second.
too crazy?
No, too crazy. But hey, not that crazy.
I'm loving your choice of car. A black Stinger, my goodness. I'm loving the leather interior. Oh, I'm telling you, from my understanding, one on the island, you gotta check out, you wanna check it on the inside, you gotta check out the inside of my car here real quick. Let's go for a ride. Let's go. I'll take you out. Here we go.
You know, as the Kia guy, am I excited about the car? Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
You know? But what I want to know is, what gets a consumer excited about this car?
Okay, I'm gonna start with from the very beginning of it all, okay? My wife and I just got married, enjoying our honeymoon on the island. We're eating brunch out in Pro City. Now, at that point in time, I'm already looking for possibly another vehicle. I wanted a sporty car. I wanted a sporty sedan car.
Okay.
So we're eating brunch, and we leave, and as I'm reversing my car out, I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and there's a car parked on the other side of the parking lot that looks like a sporty car that I could not put my finger on because I'm into cars.
Right.
So my wife and I drive real slow behind the car. Now we're trying to take a look to see what maker of it, and we couldn't figure it out. So we had to drive around the parking lot just to get to the front side of the car. And that's when we realized it was a Kia. So I had my wife go straight to your folks' website to go and take a look at what this car was. Now, anytime I see hood scoops, anytime I see dual exhaust, anytime I see Brembo red brakes, I already know this is a sports car.
There you go.
Right?
Got it.
So
yeah.
I need to now know what's going on in Kia because I've not seen this sports line. I saw you guys SUVs. I know about you guys minivans and all those other cars. I've not seen this.
Right.
I told my wife I need to call the dealership right now and just take a test drive just to see what this is all about. Now, before I was able to go that route, I went online. 365 horsepower, V6, twin turbo, 376 pounds of torque, all-wheel drive. I was like, I need to actually go check this car out right now.
8-speed transmission, double clutch.
I now get to your folks' dealership, and I'm telling them, let me try out this vehicle, right? I want to know what it's all about. I read the specs. You got me in wanting to see what it feels like, because now in my head, there's no way this is possible. I jump into the vehicle, and I go out for a test drive. Launch control feature? Come on, but launch control feature? And you know, that gets me excited, that knowing that is at least a feature. Then with a turn of a knob, I can go from comfort, I can go to eco, and my favorite, of course, is sports. That's where
the whole car does this.
Yes.
That whole car sets up. Okay? You just go, oh my God, it's a rocket.
Yes.
It's a rocket. And then when have you ever punched it?
Yes. Yes.
And I got to tell you, I love the car. I love the car so much. I mean, I have to be careful. Now, I'm driving down the H1, doing about a little over the speed limit. Anyways, a motorcycle cop pulls me over.
Oh, really?
And I go, oh. So, natural thing I do, I pull over. I'm going to be nice to the officer. So I reach into my pocket. He goes, sir, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm getting my driver's license. He said, no, I didn't pull you over for a ticket. I said, why? He says, is that the same car that was in the Super Bowl commercial? Yeah. He said, I want to see it.
Wow.
He'd never seen one.
That explains another police officer followed me to my house. Followed me to my house. And I'm over here. I have my nephew in the passenger seat. And I'm like, were you throwing anything out the window? Did you,
what did you do?
What did you do? Because I'm now going in my head. Like, why is he following me? Jump out the car, and all he did was give me 2 thumbs up as he was looking at my car.
Is this amazing? I mean, amazing. This is why I say it's hard to believe that you can get that excited about any car. Listen, I get as excited about this car at $50-some-odd thousand than I could about any other. And guess what, by the way? It handles very, very well. I've played with a few of them already.
I will add this to yours. A head turner. I'm calling this the new HT. As I am passing by guys, as I'm passing by gals, I'm kind of taking a look at my side view mirror, and every one of them will watch the car from the beginning to the end. I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting for my brothers to come for dinner, and I have guys, even if they know I'm in my car, they're not afraid to come up to the car and just check out the car while I'm in the car.
What do you say? They say to you, what kind of car is it? and you say, it's a Kia, what do they react?
The first thing is, it's a Kia?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's a Kia. It's an unbelievable car. It's hard to believe that everybody can get so excited about something on four wheels made in Korea.
Made in Korea with all the great warranties that are still attached to it. You know, and that was one of my favorite things. Let me just real quickly jump to your trunk. Right. The trunk of this car, so this is not technically a sedan because they don't really have a trunk. What did you call that?
This is called a hatchback.
Okay, a hatchback.
And that's why it fits the name Gran Turismo GT. Okay, Gran Turismo. Remember, designing styles come from this car. Peter Schreiber, who was the guy that has made Kia, okay? He did the Kia Soul, he's done the Optima, he's done the Cadenza, and this was his dream car. This was a car that was under contract. When he came to Kia 10 years ago, he said, before I leave, I get to build one performance car. Now remember something, BMW, the designer of the M Series, is this car.
I read
the
about
belly
that.
Underneath, the pan on this car is a BMW 5 Series. Look at the brakes. Look at the suspension. Lift the hood and see the arms that hold the car. I mean, this car is a dream. This car is an absolute dream, and it is a designer's dream.
You know, and it's not just a dream car for the sports world, but because it's a GT, this is what I've been reading about. I mean, Hawaii, you only go from island to island. However, with that being said, I know that the features in this car makes me not want to get out of the vehicle.
Right.
So right now, I was a little warm, so I turned on my cooling in my seat.
I sit in and I go, wow, this is kind of cool.
My steering wheel, it's in Hawaii, I get it. But my hands were really cold one day. I turned on the heater for the steering wheel. I didn't think I'd need it, but I was like, man, my hands are actually cold today. And I put it on, grabbed the steering wheel, boom, there it is.
I tell you what, to put all of this in a package, and were you shocked at the price?
I was beyond shocked with the price. Knowing what this caliber of a car goes out in the sports world and the price that I got this car for, beyond impressed.
Now, when you say that to people, they go, yeah, but it's not a BMW, and it's not a Lexus, and it's not a Mercedes. Well, what does it really mean?
True.
If you drive this car, if you took the badges off of this car, what would you have said it was?
And very true. And here's where I will go with that as well. It is not a BMW, it's not a Porsche, and that's why I wanted to get this car, because I'm the type of guy that wants to have a vehicle that not everyone has and be a trendsetter and not a follower. And ever since I got in this car, I'm living up to that trend-setting ways that I'm really, really all about.
The thing that I probably like the most about this car is the warranty.
Yes. That's where I would say you guys have down the warranty. The service that you folks have at the dealership, the warranty, I have zero reasons to be afraid of driving my car.
And 5-star safety ratings.
Okay.
You've got all of the perks that you say that you come with it. But, you know, when you come back and when you're, again, as being a fellow that sells these, as being a dealer, you know, I'm curious, you know, how do we get more people to understand about this car? How do we get more people to understand about this product? Because people say, what's made in Korea? Well, people started years ago, Japanese cars, you know, beer cans.
Yes.
You know, Toyota, Honda, all of them. But I brought Kia here in 1997. I was the first guy that brought it here, and I'm the only guy that's had all the dealerships. But the point being is I knew this car was bulletproof before the designs, before all of the things that were so great, right? Remember, they only came here in 94.
Really?
You know, the Toyotas and the Hondas and the others, they came here in the 60s, late 60s. Look at how fast this company has grown compared to the others. And very strong competition out there, by the way.
Right.
Look what we got to compete against.
Well, you know, I'm going to liken driving this Kia, the Stinger, like riding a bicycle. So I can tell you how to ride a bicycle. I can show you videos on how to ride a bicycle, but it's not until you're actually on the bicycle do you really get it. And I'm going to liken it to this because before I got a chance to test drive one, I went and watched on YouTube. I seen them put the Kia against the Porsche. I seen them put the Kia against the BMW. And again, all the videos that I saw, the Stinger came on top, and that's just not just by performance, but by also the drivers that were driving the vehicle themselves. All rated it higher than those other cars.
Motor Trend has never raised anything about a Kia brand. Motor Trend loves this car.
Gotcha.
So when you start talking about magazines are writing about you and they say this is the car, and by the way, the test drive on this one was originally the 4-cylinder turbo. 265 horsepower, and the guy raved about the car. The minute he drove this car, he went, oh my God, what a difference. this.
The windows, the two front door glasses are made out of laminated glass. And here's where I'm thinking you guys are genius, right? Because the laminated glass, the difference between the laminated glass and a tempered glass, the tempered glass, when it breaks, it shatters to millions of pieces.
That's right.
The laminated glass, if a rock hits me here, because it's laminated, it's going to capture that rock right out there, protecting me and whoever my loved one is.
That's right. That's exactly right. Oh. Well, you've certainly done your homework on this car. You're telling me things that I don't even know about. Okay, that's how cool I think this is.
Well, I mean, I'll take it one further. The technology that this car has, it tells me, it pulls me back into my lane if in case I start going and get close to the lane, right? If there's a car that ripped up in front of me, it tells me that and it detects it for me. And by the way, I have it right on my front windshield because there's a heads-up display right there in front of my windshield. So it tells me how fast I'm going, speed limits, school zones.
All of this, not knowing what you paid, and all of this was for under how much?
It was about 50,000 on the high end, but you can get started as low as what?
You can start in a 4-cylinder at around 32,000, I think.
32,000.
And the 4-cylinder is a nice performing car, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But this is an exception. Okay, this is just an exceptional car. Yeah, I love this car to death. I mean, I'm like you. And I'm older, but I've had all the cars. I've had many franchises, and I love driving this car. This car to me, we go to Haleiwa. I have a Harley. I like riding a Harley. I haven't ridden a Harley in a while since I've had this product. It's a car. It's an absolute car for today, which is unbelievable when you say it's a sedan. Why do you want to go for a drive in a sedan? It is. It's an unbelievably great car.
Well, Bill, it's a pleasure of mine to have you in my car. Of course, I'm going to be doing out a series of other people that I'm going to be interviewing in my car because it is a stinger and people are loving to be in it. And thank you very much for bringing it to Hawaii.
I gotta tell you,
I appreciate that so much.
I think we ought to have a stinger club. I think you ought to be the president of the Stinger Club.
I would be interested because in the mainland they have the bull riding, the kind of a car rides. I would love to put this.
But here's the other thing you got to remember. One last thing before we stop all this. Okay. I think the part is that this is an affordable toy.
Yes.
And it's still your daily driver, but it's an affordable toy. It isn't a 2-seater. It's got plenty of room back there.
Oh yeah.
That's the part I like about it.
I love it very much.
We'll do it again.
Bill, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo-hoo.